Dawood has come, he's apologised for that. I accept his apology, I believe it's genuine. And I want to say on record, I think it was very out of character for Dawood, and I don't think it really represents who he is as a person. I actually think he's a good man, and I think he's an honest man. He's apologised to me, I've apologised to him, I've accepted his apology, he's accepted my apology. So you're going to see this, hopefully, before the next video, which is a video in which me and Dawood get very heated with one another. And I want you to remember that as you're watching the video, please. Thank you and good night. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Look after yourself, Dawood. We'll talk again. It's funny that I should be heckled by just the kind of simp that I am addressing. A man who became a Muslim because the Muslims promised him a wife.
No,
a man who we have on camera who defended marrying children and having sex with children, and we have it on camera. You can find it on Soko Films, and as you can see, there are witnesses that know that he did it.
You're disgusting.
A man that became Muslim because he was promised to be famous. This kind of simp is the kind of wink man that becomes a Muslim in the West.
Look in my eyes, Bob.
It says in the church, in 1 Corinthians 13:11, when I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. The Western world is an immature culture that is also always about instant gratification, about pursuing the immediate gratification of your desires and lusts. These are the ways of children, to constantly distract yourself from the bigger questions of life and to organize your life based upon the things that are important. Christian, throw off childish ways,
and
become a man, a Christian man, and defend against Islamists like this,
hate preacher,
who see that their role in life is to try and oppress the Christian.
Hate preacher.
They try to discourage you by saying that the battle is lost, by saying that church has become mosques, by talking about this person became a Muslim, or that person became a Muslim. Ladies and gentlemen, Christianity is the fastest growing religion in Indonesia. Christianity is the fastest growing religion in Iran.
You're a minority
there
in
are
Britain.
Christians, there are Christians in Mecca worshipping Jesus Christ. Just this week, a Christian sister from Egypt told me about how she had left Islam and how she had become a Christian, and how she hopes to leave Egypt to live in a free country. And she was telling me about how Christians in Egypt are persecuted by Muslims that we see here today. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, they are harassing me. If they're willing to do that in this park, what will these kinds of Muslims do if you allow them to have politics over you? So, ladies and gentlemen, any questions?
Why are you attacking other religions? Why?
Right, so the lady asks a fair question. Why am I criticising other religions?
Attacking, I said, not criticising.
Attacking, okay, we'll use the word attacking. I am attacking Islam because Muslims in this park attack Christianity.
Nah, that's not.
I am attacking Islam. Madam, no, let me answer your first question. I am attacking Islam because for 14 centuries, madam, that you do not know about, because you, yes I am, because you
I know.
Because there you've never been taught it in school, and the British media don't talk about it. That for 14 centuries Christians were made second-class citizens. You see, you're not listening. Christians were made second-class citizens in the Islamic world for 1400 years.
Okay, I'll say this.
Did you know that?
Did I know what?
You see, she didn't even listen. Didn't even listen. Didn't even listen. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Any other questions?
You shit doesn't stink, bro.
Any other
Come off your
questions?
high horse.
So have
Come off
Christians
your high horse.
never? Have Christians
Any
never-
other questions?
Everyone is stupid and bot
Have
knows everything.
Christians never?
Right, let me just deal with this point. If I have holes in my ship
And don't lie,
and it's letting in water,
because you do that a lot.
and I say your ship has holes in it, does that stop my ship from sinking? She asks, did Christians do wrong to others? Yes, they did.
Okay.
Did doing those wrongs emulate the teachings of Jesus Christ? No, they did not.
Why are they saying-
However, ladies and gentlemen, because she won't listen to this answer either, ladies and
Man of
gentlemen,
God insulting people.
in Islam, if a Christian wants to leave Islam, if a Christian wants to leave Islam,
Even making sense.
according
How
to
can a
Islamic
Christian
law,
leave Islam?
according
makes
to
no
Islamic
sense.
law, they can be executed.
That's not true.
Did you know that, madam?
Darling, I do
Did you know that?
I do know this.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
And do you agree with it?
I'm not arguing.
Did you agree with that?
Wait a moment.
Do you
Can I
agree with
respond?
that?
Or are you gonna
Answer my
preach at
question.
me?
Answer the
Well, you
question.
didn't answer mine. So
I
why
did.
should
I
answer
did.
yours?
Did you know that?
Yes.
Do you agree with it?
No.
Good. So
So,
have you
that's
just
okay.
criticised Islam?
Can I speak
Would
now?
you criticise Islam for
I
that?
am criticising all organised religion because you've all done the same bloody thing.
Answer
and
the
you're
question.
criticising each other.
And no, you see, you don't follow the argument. You didn't
Hold on,
follow the
I
argument.
just said it.
You
You
didn't
went.
follow
Okay,
the
one
argument,
moment
did
then.
you?
One moment.
Ladies and gentlemen.
One moment.
Ladies-
Can I then answer back?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, what I'm saying is, you're stood here criticising another religion.
That criticises mine.
Yes, which two wrongs don't make a
Make
right.
a
I
right.
think
Why is it
that-
wrong?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Why is it wrong?
Because it's both wrong. You shouldn't be
Why-
doing
why
that
is
to
it
each
wrong?
other.
According to who?
We should fucking love.
According to...
Because
Wait one
in
second.
God,
Wait a second.
our God should be about
These are
love.
just cliches you've
No,
picked
it's
up from the
not.
media.
It's not a cliche
These
from
are
the
utter
media,
cliches.
whatsoever.
These are
I've been
utter
born,
cliches.
and please
Utter
allow me
cliches.
to speak.
Utter cliches.
I can't.
These are utter
Do you know
cliches.
what, Ray? You are
You wanted to
so
force
silly.
yourself. No, all you've got, madam, all you've said is we shouldn't criticise one another because it's wrong.
Yes.
Tell me, is it wrong to criticise female genital mutilation?
Yes.
It is wrong to criticise female mutilation.
Criticisation across the board.
Is it wrong to criticise child marriage?
It is wrong to criticise another from your own perspective.
So
because
it's
you
wrong.
Don't live in their
So
reality.
it's wrong to criticise child marriage. Do you agree?
You're all the same. You've done it in Christianity.
Answer the question.
You've done it in Christianity.
Is it? Does that mean we shouldn't criticise it?
You should look at your own self.
Should
before
answer the
you blame
question.
others.
I believe that. I believe that.
Yes.
Yes, I do believe that.
Yes.
Do we do child marriage here?
No, because it's against
Right.
the law here.
So we've taken that plank out of our eye.
Are you
Is
trying
it
not
now
to?
right?
Can I ask you a question?
Is it? No, I'm asking you a
No,
question.
listen,
Is
are
it
you
now
trying to
right?
ask me if I'm Muslim?
No,
If I
no,
agree
that's
with the
not.
Muslim faith?
No, that's not. No.
My faith
You see, you're not
system-
even answering.
My faith
You're not even
system-
listening.
Oh,
You're not
you
even
shall-
listening.
Who are you?
If you want to have a conversation, we'll do a conversation.
All right then.
Would
If
you like to have a
shut up while I
conversation?
speak and I shut up while you
Yeah.
speak.
Let's do that then.
Okay?
Right.
So hold your breath one
shall we do
moment,
it? Shall we
please.
time it? Let's time
Okay,
it.
come on then.
Shall we time it? Can we get a timer? Could someone time it? On your clock. Stop clock. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. 2
I don't
minutes.
need that long.
2 minutes?
I don't
All right.
need that
We'll do
long.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I don't need
Can you
that
step
long.
watch for 2 minutes?
Don't allow him to control.
Would you like 1 minute? 1 minute?
We'll tell you what we'll do. 10 seconds or less.
No. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes.
One question.
We'll do
Let's
it.
Come on.
Right, are you
Come
ready?
on.
Controlling the conversation.
Okay, so you're going to
Why?
have
Because you're
1
not
minute.
going to
Go.
be
Go. What you're...
female.
Tell her.
Why are you controlling the conversation, boy?
My belief system, right, darling, is the fact of is all of you are so concerned with arguing with each other who's right and wrong in your belief system, rather than the at the bottom line, God is the fucking top and be all of end all. Yeah? Shouldn't we all love one another because of the fact that at least they believe in something than nothing. Simple.
Yeah.
Can I reply?
Oh, you've got 2 minutes.
Right, so reset the clock and I'll do 2 minutes.
20 seconds, Ginny. 10 seconds.
All right.
Right.
Let him babble.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, remember she said, when I talk, she'll be quiet. So, ladies and gentlemen, the sister's perspective is we shouldn't criticise child marriage. We shouldn't criticise female genital mutilation. We shouldn't criticise people for adopting another religion. This is the perspective. This is the perspective. This is the perspective that liberal culture leads you to. This is the perspective of the cliches. Now she's coming out with these cliches, but these are the fruits of those cliches. She said that it is not right. It is not the right, ladies and gentlemen. It is not right, ladies and gentlemen, to criticise other people. That's what she said. But that means that we can't criticise things that are wrong by that logic. And I absolutely guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, that there are things that this lady does criticise.
You think everyone is stupid?
So I don't believe for 1 second that she practices what she preaches. And note the Islamic supremacists and their stinking attitude of supremacy. I am not their dhimmi, and I will debate you in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Christians do not believe, as liberals do, that you shouldn't criticise everyone. We do believe that you should love everyone, and if you love people, you correct them. What kind of mother would not criticise her children if her children were doing something wrong?
Right,
Your 2
back
minutes.
to me, yeah. Where in the question at the beginning of that was any of that?
Yeah. Exactly.
Max, you're
Right,
Exactly.
2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. Right, let me reset. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we see that the liberals can't stand up for debate. Once their assumptions are destroyed, they simply run away. Liberalism like that is our weakness. We must throw it off. Throw it off in our mind, throw it off in our heart, throw it off in our lifestyle. And why should we throw it off, ladies and gentlemen?
advocating for violence?
Because the liberal defended supremacists like this. Supremacists like this were defended by the liberal like that. But notice on camera, she was telling them to shut up. And they didn't. And so they disrespected her while saying that I disrespected people. And they disrespected her. Ladies and gentlemen, they demonstrate to you how Christians will be treated in this country if we do not stand up to the trash that is standing before me now. But since they are so keen to debate, now I will debate them about Islam. So, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you, watch him run. Watch him run.
Situations like this, the best thing to do is
Watch him run. Watch him run. Watch him run. Let me no, you interrupted me. So let me debate you. Let me debate you.
I want a discussion with you. I don't want to debate with you.
Yeah,
on a personal level first. You've been disrespectful to me once, and I've always been cordial with you. I kept decorum.
No, you didn't.
And I did keep decorum.
Camera,
and one day we were here, and you called me a liar. When
you
I
did
was
lie.
not like
you did lie.
You called me a liar.
You did lie.
You called me a liar because my interpretation of history was different.
You did lie.
We did talk about
You
the
did lie.
We did talk about the Janissaries.
You did lie.
We talked about the Janissaries, and you said that the Janissaries were slaves, when that's not correct.
They were.
No,
they were.
And there was a person in the public who came out and said that you were incorrect.
No, they were wrong.
You're a disrespectful
Just
person.
because someone says that doesn't mean that they're right.
You're a disrespectful person.
You're making excuses because you're going to run away now.
You're preaching crusading here.
You're
not a crusader.
Going to run away now.
your soldiers are leaving the battlefield and are joining us. That's the real.
Now, that's the narrative that they want.
That's
to
your
try
narrative.
and dishearten
That's your
you with.
truth. Yeah, that's
That's
your
what they try
narrative.
and dishearten
You
you
were
with.
screaming this a minute ago.
But we must not.
You said
we
that
must
Henry
not
Tate was
be
a weak man. He
disheartened.
left the battlefield.
We must not be
You
disheartened.
said that Tommy Robinson's
If you want to
followers.
look
I'm just giving
for real Christian heroes, look at Skanderbeg.
No.
Look at Jan Hus.
Yes.
Look at the Knights Templar.
And yes, the Kosovians
Look
are
at
Muslims.
Richard I.
And yet the people in Kosovo are Muslims.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yet the people in Kosovo are
Ladies
Muslims.
and gentlemen.
Yet the
The
people in Kosovo are
reality
Muslims.
the reality
Yet
is,
the people in
ladies and
Kosovo are
gentlemen,
Muslims.
the reality is,
The people
we
in
have
Kosovo are still Muslims,
defeated
though.
Islam
What are you talking
before,
about? You talking about
and we
Skanderbeg.
will defeat it
You
again.
talk about Skanderbeg.
But we
Stop
won't
teaching
defeat
violence.
it through the liberalism
Listen,
that you've just
listen.
seen. Now, let me ask you this
Self-accountability.
question.
We're not gonna get into
I want
this.
to talk about.
No,
now,
I want
notice
to-
he's running.
No, I want to
the
talk about
strong
you.
man of Islam
No, I want to
is
talk-
running
no,
from a
I want to
debate
talk
about
about
Islam.
Bob. I want
He
to
is
talk-
running.
I want to talk about
He is
Bob.
running.
I want to talk about Bob. Who's Bob? And what is Bob doing here? I'm not interested in you because you disrespected me that day.
You're just-
I've
you're just-
kept decorum.
you're just- no, you haven't.
Look.
You haven't.
I can do this any day. We've
You
done
haven't.
it millions of times.
You haven't.
It's not about that.
You haven't kept
I don't want to
decorum.
know who Bob is today and what Bob comes up here and thinks that he has bigger. You got bigger over time, my bro.
Right. So
On-
here's a
on
question.
a personal level. No, we
so
can't
here's
do
a
that.
question.
On a personal level.
So I
Who
want to
are
ask
you?
you.
Who are you,
I
Bob?
want to say.
What happened to you
I
when
want
you
to
were
say
16 years old?
that this
Were you
hadith
bullied?
is a
Were you
lie.
bullied? Were you
This
bullied?
was a hadith.
Were you bullied?
Now notice, ladies and
Were you
gentlemen,
bullied?
he's running from
No,
the debate.
I'm running towards you.
The hadith
I'm running towards
The
you.
hadith
I'm running towards you,
is a
Bob.
lie.
You're
and I'm
hiding
going to prove to you
You're hiding
today
behind religion.
that his
You're
blood
hiding behind
is
religion.
a lie.
You're hiding behind
Now we know,
religion.
ladies and gentlemen,
You're
the
hiding
ad
behind
hominem
religion.
attack is the sign
Who
of a
is
lost
Bob?
debater.
Who is Bob?
So, ladies and
Who
gentlemen,
is Bob?
the
What
hadith
happened to
reads
you?
this about
What happened
miraculous.
to you? Were you bullied?
I was informed
No, I'm not interested
by
in that.
Abu
Talk to me.
Sufyan
Were
that
you bullied?
miraculous said to him,
Bob.
I asked
Bob.
you whether they, the
Bob.
followers of Muhammad,
Bob.
were increasing or decreasing.
Bob.
They replied,
Bob, who are you?
that they were increasing.
Bob, who
And
are
in
you?
fact,
Tell me, who
this
are
is
you?
the way
Who
of
are
true
you?
faith.
What happened to you?
until it is completed
Were you bullied?
in all
You are
respects.
bullied. That's what it is. I see.
I further
Look
asked.
in my eyes. Look in my eyes and say
He's
that.
trying to intimidate
No,
me.
I'm not intimidating
Why are you
you.
trying to intimidate
Who are you?
me?
Do you feel
You're not
intimidated?
scary.
Do you feel
You're
intimidated?
not scary.
Do you feel intimidated?
No one's your dimmy.
Do you feel?
You're not
do you
scary.
feel intimidated?
Not by you.
Do you, okay,
Not by
okay,
you.
then don't say that.
You don't.
Who are you?
Why are you trying to intimidate me?
Who are you?
Why are you trying
Who
to intimidate
are you, Bob?
me? Why are you trying to
No,
intimidate me?
no, I want to know
Why
who you
are you
are. I
trying
want to
to
know who
intimidate
you
me?
are.
I want to know where you live.
No, I want to know
Tell
who
us
you
where
are.
you live.
I've asked you the
Tell
question
us where you
before.
live.
I live.
Give us your address.
Who are you?
Who's your
I've already-
employer?
No,
Who's your employer?
I already replied.
Address.
Bob, who are
Do
you?
you see, ladies and gentlemen?
Bob, who are you?
That's what he's
Look
trying
into
to
my
do.
eyes. Look into
but
my eyes.
why isn't he
Don't look
telling
away.
us his address?
Don't
Intelligent conversation,
No, there's
ladies
no
and
intelligence
gentlemen.
with you. You're decorum.
Why
You're disrespectful.
is the Muslim
You're disrespectful.
scared
There's no
to
conversation.
defend his book?
No.
This hadith,
You hide
ladies and
behind
gentlemen,
religion. I'm not going to hide
says-
behind religion. I'm not
says-
going to hide behind religion.
says
It's easy.
that the Muslims
easy. Who are you,
spoke
Bob?
to the Emperor Heraclius.
Bob, who are you?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bob, who are
that
you?
conversation
Bob,
never happened.
who are you? What happened to you?
It never happened.
Tell me about you.
And this kind
Where
of
did you grow up? Where did you grow up?
Islam
You told me you grew up
is
on an estate.
exactly what will happen
Did you grow
to
up on
you,
an estate?
brothers and sisters,
No.
if you don't stand
Everyone
up
knows me here.
to this
Everyone knows
Islamist,
me here.
thuggish
Everyone knows me here.
attitude.
Everyone knows me here.
Now he
I'm not a
demands
fag. I'm not a
that
fag.
I give his name, that I give my name.
Everyone knows me here.
Why
I'm not a
doesn't
fag.
he give his
I'm not a
address? Why doesn't he give his
I asked you
address?
correct. I told you
I
to
want
ask
your address.
To do what?
Tell me your address.
Why?
Why? Why doesn't he want his address? Why doesn't
make
he
sense.
want to give his address?
I asked you.
It doesn't make sense. Why don't you want
Who
to give
are
your
you?
address?
That's the biggest question.
Why don't you want to give
The
your
biggest
address?
question is, who are you, Bob?
Notice the double standards
Bob, I told
of
you
the
where I live.
Islamist
Where do you
thug.
live? Where do you live?
He can't intimidate
Where do you
me.
live?
He can't
Oh, why?
What street?
Bob,
no.
who are
why?
you?
No. Why?
Bob,
so he
who are
demands.
you? No, I demand.
He demands
Bob,
that I give personal
everyone
information
here wants to know who
at
you are.
his demand.
Who are you?
Everyone here wants
me.
to know your address.
You tell me. Who
you
are you?
tell me. You tell me.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, no, he's not going to tell me.
You know best.
So I'm not going to tell you.
You need to know who you are.
Notice
I don't think you know who
the
you
double
are.
standards
I don't think you know who you are.
of the Islamists,
I don't think you know who
ladies
you
and
are. I don't
gentlemen.
think you know who you are.
They use ad hominem attack
No, it's not about
because
that. It's not
every
about that. It's
debate
not about
we've
that.
had,
I need to
he
know
has
who you
been
are, Bob.
beaten in that
Bob,
debate.
I need to know who you are,
He was
Bob.
beaten
I need to know
when
who
we
you are,
debated
Bob.
Islamic theology.
Bob, I need to know who
He
you
was
are.
beaten when we
You
debated
don't know who you
the
are.
Janissaries
You lied.
in the
You lied
Ottoman
that day.
Turks.
You lied that day. You lied
We
that day.
beat him
You lied
when
that
we
day.
talked
You
about
lied
the
that day.
body parts
You
of
lied that day.
Allah. And that is why, ladies and
Everyone wants to
gentlemen,
know. On Netflix
that is
right
why,
now.
ladies and
On
gentlemen,
Netflix right now.
why? Now
There's a series,
notice,
it's called The Rise
he
of
knows he
Ultimates.
can't intimidate
On Netflix,
me,
there's a
so
series.
now he's appealing to
On
you,
Netflix,
ladies
there's a
and
series.
gentlemen.
You've been talking to them in 50 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's a series on Ottoman.
why is he afraid to debate this hadith?
Debate what?
The hadith
I'm not
says
going to debate you. You're a
that,
disrespectful person.
that
I don't
Muslims
debate. I have
met
discussion with people.
Hercules.
I have
Where is
discussions.
the
I have discussions
evidence
with people.
for this meeting?
Bob, who are you?
What's your address?
Bob, who are you?
What's your It's not your address.
No, who are
What's
you,
your
Bob?
full address?
Bob,
What's
who
your
are
full
you?
address?
Bob, who are you?
What's your full address?
Bob, who are you?
You haven't answered my question.
No, I have. Are you?
I think.
Who are you?
Tell us
Who
your
are
address,
you?
think.
Bob.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get
No,
too close?
let him
bro?
come in.
Why are you giving it all
Why
that
are you
way?
pushing?
Yeah.
Why are you
This is what they
pushing?
want. You see, this is
Why are
exactly
you
what they want.
pushing?
This is
Why are you
exactly
pushing?
what they want. They
Why are
want
you
violence.
pushing? Who laid hands on who first?
Who are you, Bob?
Who's the aggressor? Who's the third?
They got nothing here.
This is their behaviour. And as I said, this is exactly what will happen. There you go again. This is how they will treat us if we don't stand up to this trash.
Bob, answer my
These
question.
Islamist dogs.
You should have just asked my
These
question.
Islamist filth.
You should have just
These
asked me.
scum that want to
You are dog.
lord it over
Bob,
us,
who are you?
oppressors
been asking you.
and bully us.
I'm asking for 50
Why?
minutes. Who are you, my
Because
bro?
when you beat them
couldn't
in
answer.
argument,
You couldn't
they
answer
try
it.
to attack you.
You couldn't.
Because Islam in this park has lost the argument.
What argument?
And that's why the
argument?
Da'i run
What argument?
from me.
What argument?
And they
What
run
argument? What
from
argument?
Soko
What
films.
argument?
The
You
argument
asked me twice,
about
and I
the
answered
hadith
twice. I asked you
that
once,
you're
you never
running
answered.
from.
You never answered.
You're running
You
from.
never answered.
You never answered my
What?
question
I
about the
asked you- I
hadith.
answered twice. I answered twice.
You asked
me
the
where I live. I told
question.
you where I live. I told you the
You
road.
asked the
Who now?
question.
No, I asked
You
you.
didn't give me your address.
I did.
I asked you for your address.
I did.
So
Where do you live
if
in
I
London?
write a letter,
Where do
one
you live in
second.
London?
I'm
Where do
going
you
to
live in
prove you're
London?
another
No.
liar.
Where do you live in London?
You're a
No,
liar.
no. Where do you live in
I'm
London?
gonna prove you're a
No,
liar.
no. Hey, where do you
I'm
live in
gonna
London?
prove-
No, no.
Why are you trying to
Where
be
do
scary?
you? I'm not being
Why
scary.
are you trying to be scary?
I want to push
You're
you.
not scary.
I want you to push you.
You're a clown.
Bro.
You aren't
Bro,
scary.
honestly,
You don't
honestly,
intimidate me.
honestly,
You do not
honestly,
intimidate me.
honestly,
boy.
I'm not intimidating you.
Seriously.
Honestly, look,
don't
look,
even try.
look.
Do not try.
When the guy attacked you, I
Now.
pushed him away. I pushed him away.
No.
It's not about
No.
violence. It's
no.
not about violence.
No.
It's
Let's
not
get
about
it
violence.
clear.
It's not about violence.
Christians are attacked in this park
You attack-
almost on
Yeah.
a weekly
So-
basis
You too.
by Muslims.
You too.
Muslims tried to kill a Christian in this
No,
park.
that's not true. That's not true.
They are-
That's true. That's
They
not true.
stole her property
No, that's not true.
in this park.
That's not true.
There you go. It says it's not true.
It's not true.
So you're saying a Muslim didn't
No,
steal Hatan's Quran?
No, murder. You said someone wanted to murder.
No. I said
You said
they
someone
tried
wanted to
to
kill.
murder a Christian woman in this park.
That's not true.
And they did.
That's not true.
Oh, who
That's not
saw
true.
the knife attack against Hatan Tash?
You look ill, Bob.
Do you
Hey,
see
Bob,
how they lie?
Bob,
Deceit is so
You're a liar,
normal.
liar.
Sorry.
You're a liar. You're a
The
liar. You're a liar.
deceit
You're a liar.
is so normal
The police-
to the heart of the Da'i
The police never
that
arrested the
their
guy.
first action
Was the police
is
arrested?
always to lie.
Hey, murder.
And
You
we
said
caught
murder.
him on camera
You said murder.
just now.
You said murder.
Because when I said
You said murder.
Hatan Tash Quran
What?
was stolen by a
No, you said
Muslim.
murder. You said murder.
Did Hatun's tash get
No, you
stolen?
said murder.
Yes, that's
Murder.
true as well.
Where's the arrest?
Yes,
Where's the arrest?
he got away.
No, how he got
Yes,
away?
he got away.
No face, no case. Don't blame this on the
One
Muslims.
second,
Murder.
one second.
Stop lying.
Who has a
Stop
reason
lying.
to kill Hatun
No,
Tash?
that's speculation.
Who?
That's
Yes,
speculation.
it's reasonable speculation, ladies and
Okay, don't
gentlemen.
say no. Don't blame the
Reasonable
Muslims.
speculation.
No face, no case.
Why did
No
the
face, no
police
case. No face, no
investigate it as a terrorist
No
incident?
face, no case. They didn't.
No, yes, they did.
Oh, stop lying.
Yes,
Stop
they
lying.
did. It was handled
Stop
by
lying,
the
bro.
terrorist department of the police. If it was
For
just a
murder,
random thug, it would
Hey,
never
listen.
have been taken on
For
by the terrorist
For
police.
murder, there has to be a suspect.
Now, ladies,
For murder, there has
let's
to be a
show you
suspect.
another liar.
For murder, there has to be a
Did
suspect.
Muslims steal Hatun Tash?
I didn't talk.
Did they steal
I
her
don't know
Quran?
about this. You talked about murder.
Did they steal
You
their
talked about
Quran?
murder.
Did they steal
You
their
talked
Quran?
about murder.
Did they
You
steal
talked
her
about murder.
Quran?
You talked about murder
Why
and
is
you lied.
afraid to answer the
I
question?
don't know. I'm not gonna answer something I don't
Yes,
know.
you do know.
I don't.
Stop lying,
Bro, I have a
bro.
life. I actually
Why
have a
is
life.
lying
Bro,
so normal to
Bob,
you
I actually have a life.
since you became a Muslim?
Bob, I actually have a
Why
life.
is lying
Bob,
so
I actually have a
normal
life. I
to
don't know
you
about this. I
since
know about the
becoming
murder.
a
I know
Muslim?
about the murder claim.
No, you know.
I know about the murder claim.
Put your hand up if you know about Hatun Tash's
Bro,
Quran
what the hell?
getting stolen.
What the hell? What the hell?
Isn't it amazing
Look, it's four
that
friends.
none of the
It's
Muslims
four
put
friends that
their
put
hand
their hands
up?
up. It's your four
Even the
friends.
ones that come here every week.
4 people and they're all your
Why?
friends. What the hell?
Because without lies,
Bob.
Islam dies.
Bob.
That's the fact, ladies and gentlemen.
Bob. Look
Don't
into my
be
eyes and
duped
stop to lie.
by
Hey,
these salesmen.
Bob.
No.
Bob. Who are you?
Since he
Who are
has
you?
ignored the debate,
What happened to you when you were
since
15
he
years
ran
old? Were
away
you
from the
bullied?
debate,
Were you bullied?
let me
You were bullied.
argue
That's what
the
it is.
case
That's what
for
happened.
you.
You were bullied. I see a bully.
We have two
I see the pain
hadiths
in your eyes. I see the pain in
in
your
the
eyes. I do.
Islamic
I really see
sources,
the pain in your eyes.
in the
I see
Islamic
pain in your eyes.
sources,
I see
that
the
talk
pain in
about
your
a
eyes.
meeting
I see the pain in your eyes,
between
my brother.
Emperor
I see the pain in your
Heraclius-
eyes. I see the pain in your eyes.
between
Bob.
Emperor
Bob, who are you?
Heraclius
Bob.
and some
Bob.
Muslims.
Bob, tell me.
And I contend,
Bob,
ladies
tell me.
and gentlemen,
Bob, tell me, who are you?
that this meeting
Bob.
never happened,
Bob, tell me, who are you?
and that this hadith
Bob.
that Muslims
Bob,
say
you're
are
not gonna talk about hadith
sahih
today.
is a lie,
There's not going to be conversation about hadith
which
today.
means that a lie is inside Islamic sources and is called sahih.
Stop, sister.
Ladies
Sister,
and
sister,
gentlemen,
sister, I thank you.
notice
Shukran.
they try
Shukran.
to put you down.
I
They
appreciate it.
try
Sister, I
to
appreciate
speak
you. Wallahi.
into your life. You must
No,
recognize this strategy
He lies
for
a lot.
what it is. They are trying to dishearten you. But the heart of the Christian must be strong on all sides. We cannot be disheartened by the trashy taunts of the thuggish Muslim. Notice, the Muslimah that disagrees says, oh, you're wasting your time trying to intimidate the Christian. She is absolutely right. That clown couldn't intimidate a jelly pudding. That clown couldn't intimidate a custard tart. Ladies and gentlemen, that jihadi wannabe is nothing but a supremacist who will treat Christians as second-class citizens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's not give him the attention that he's looking for. Now, ladies
You
and
would treat
gentlemen,
us as second-class citizens. You
now,
liar.
ladies and gentlemen, let's talk
You're
about
a
this
Christian
hadith.
supremacist.
Notice how they continue.
You're a Christian
Notice how they continue.
supremacist.
So when I interrupt Muslims in conversation, they can thank these two for me doing that. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to two hadiths, Emperor Heraclius met Muslims. And in these two stories, it says that the Emperor Heraclius called all the dignitaries of the Roman world together and said to them, we should change our religion. And they were so horrified by this fact that apparently these bishops and lords and legates ran to the gates away from the emperor, screaming, no, 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 no. And Emperor Heraclius said, no, come back, because I was only testing you. Now, ladies and gentlemen. That's what the Islamic source says. And yet, there is no record of this event anywhere in Roman history.
50,000 people are going to see
do
that
we
on
know?
terrorists.
What do we
Use
know,
militaristic
ladies and
language on
gentlemen?
civilians.
What do we know, ladies and gentlemen, about the Emperor Heraclius? The Emperor Heraclius was a devout Christian who fought the first religious war against Zoroastrian Persians to recover the true cross. Now notice the behaviour of a Muslim jihadi wannabe.
I'm not doing anything.
He can't get the attention that he wants,
I'm just standing here.
and so he behaves like this.
I'm not
He embarrasses himself. He embarrasses himself by his behaviour.
You, Bob. I'm not doing anything. Look.
This is how Muslims will treat Christians if you don't stand up to them.
Why do you?
And you're seeing it in the past.
Respect, Bob.
That's criminal. That he is harassing. You're absolutely right. He is harassing. No, ladies and gentlemen.
Harassing him, which is a crime.
No, I'm not.
I know it.
He's got.
Yep.
I'll ask the copper and he will prove it to you.
Yeah, if you want to go and grab a copper, I'd very much appreciate
Because
it.
you are harassing him.
Yep, please do get the police. Please do get the police. Please.
You are.
Ladies and gentlemen,
How am I provoking him?
you've got to stand up to Muslims like this. You've got to stand up to Muslims like this, because until you stand up to Muslims like this, they will continue to intimidate, aggravate and persecute Christians. Muslims like these two who try to intimidate Christians.
In the UK, nothing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Heraclius, what do we actually know about the Emperor Heraclius? He was a religious man, a devout Christian who fought a war against the Persians to recover the relic of the true cross. Heraclius, when he was deciding strategy in front of his armies, prayed and opened the Bible to help him decide his strategy. Heraclius was a patron of the church. Heraclius was a defender of the church. How likely is it, ladies and gentlemen, how likely is it that Heraclius had a meeting with Muslims in the 7th century and then, based on one conversation, suddenly decided to give up Christianity? Does that sound likely to you? No. It gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. The report that this story appears in, is in Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari is not even a 7th century document. It's a 9th century document. So it's 200 years after the event. And it is a story completely unsubstantiated by any other historical evidence. On the contrary, all the evidence points to something different. All the evidence points to the fact that Heraclius never had this conversation. What are the implications of this? The implications of this are this: that there is a lie in Sahih al-Bukhari. In other words, someone lied and made up a story that Muslims are now treating as history. Why is this a problem? Because Muslims say that for a hadith to be sahih, the people that tell the stories can't be liars. So if we have good reason to believe that someone made up a story, and we have good reason to see that that story was made up and is now in Sahih al-Bukhari, then that means the key Islamic source of Sahih al-Bukhari is not reliable. And if it is not reliable, ladies and gentlemen, then why are Muslims saying that it is? Why are they building their religion upon it? Why are they telling us it is reliable? There are good reasons to reject Sahih al-Bukhari. Any questions?
A couple of historical questions. One is, if the Roman-Persian wars had not happened, and both sides were terribly weakened by these wars, it was 700 years of war, especially towards the end, with Heraclius and also with Justinian against the Persians. Do you think that Islam would have not been spread throughout the world had those empires been powerful enough to contain it?
Yes, it's a very good question. Muslims often try to tell us, that the great expanse of Islam in the 7th century demonstrates its truth. Well, by that logic, communism must be true, because communism spread faster than Islam did. But, ladies and gentlemen, there is no connection between how fast an empire spreads and whether the religion of that empire is true. And the reality is, if the Byzantine Empire and the Zoroastrian Persian Empire had not exhausted themselves in almost 200 years of continuous war, the Zoroastrian Empire on its own would have crushed the Islamic caliphates of Muhammad, Ali, Uthman. The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, that even after the initial success of the Islamic world, from the 9th century onwards, the Byzantine Empire was conquering those same Arab empires. It reclaimed Antioch. It devastated as far down as the border of Egypt. And it was only the Seljuk Turks that managed to save the Arab empires from being under the boot of the Byzantine Christian Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, any other questions?
Also, that there was a period in which Justinian tried to reconquer the Western Empire after the Germanic tribes.
Very true.
The Roman
Yeah, that's true. Have you got a question? It's true. Have you got a question?
Islam is religion of peace and compassion. You know,
Yes, he says Islam is a religion of peace and compassion. Absolutely true, until you criticize it, try to leave it, or argue that maybe it's not the truth. Don't believe me. Think I'm making it up? Go and look at Charlie Hebdo. Don't believe me. Think I'm making it up? Look how Dawood behaved just half an hour ago, just 20 minutes ago, trying to intimidate me. Go on, other questions.
Do you believe Christianity should be strong? It shouldn't tolerate open discussion, it shouldn't have pluralism.
Okay, so let me ask that question. So the question is, don't I believe that that Christianity should be like the Islam that I'm describing? The answer is no. I do not believe that. That is not what I'm arguing for. I am arguing for a strong Christianity. Now notice, once again, notice, are the atheists behaving like the Muslims? No. Are the Hindus behaving like the Muslims? You're not intimidating. You're not intimidating.
You are violent.
You're not intimidating. You're not intimidating.
You slapped the Afghan
You're being rude to him. Let me answer his question. Ladies and gentlemen,
are you going to deny it?
they say
Can you deny
that I'm making it up.
Slap the Muslim with the Quran
Does
here.
their behavior
You're a hypocrite, man.
demonstrate the truth of what I'm saying? Doesn't their behavior demonstrate the truth of what I'm saying? So let me try and answer your question again, and I apologize on behalf of the rude Muslims here. So, in answer to the question, I do believe that Christianity should be strong. I apologize again. He's being rude. If you come closer, you'll be able to hear me.
No one care about
Okay,
your life.
can you hear me?
We Muslim,
Right.
we hear your
I'll
lies
just focus
every week
on you
and
then.
we don't care about it.
So I do believe
If we
that
terrorist, we'll
Christianity
finish you here.
should be stronger.
If we terrorist,
And
if
why?
we violent, we'll cut you
Because
some
a
here.
stronger Christianity can deal with people like him, people like him, and people like him.
Christianity says to
These
slap people with the
Islamist
Quran.
trash
Your
that
Christianity
want
says
to
to slap
turn
people
me
with the
into a
Quran.
dhimmi,
Is this your
a second-class citizen, can be dealt with by my kind of Christianity.
You slapping people with the
But
Quran.
people like
you come and
you
intimidate a
have
Muslim here every
nothing
week.
to worry about.
You terrorists,
Whatever your
man.
religion
You terrorizing
is,
the Muslims
whatever
every
your
week, man.
philosophy is.
You are such a
Why?
liar.
Because
You're
you're
such a
a
liar.
reasonable person. We Christians would debate with you. But these people are political animals. Islam is about political dominance. And you have to have a strong politics to beat them. Now the liberal, as we saw earlier with the liberal woman, will never give you that.
How much you get every
Why?
Sunday?
Because a
Why you slap
liberal
the Muslims
will
there?
say to
Why
you,
you slapping
will
Muslims with the
say
Quran?
to you,
Why you
ladies and
attacking
gentlemen,
Muslim? Why
will
you
say
attacking
to you,
Muslim? Why you
will
such a
say to
terrorist?
you,
Why you such
will
a
say
terrorist
to you,
to rise the
will
Muslim
say
here?
to you, brother, it's okay, it's okay.
This
Well, brother,
Christianity.
the
Come and
liberal will
Islamic
say
people
to
with
you
the Quran. This
that we
Christianity,
can't
man.
criticize,
This there is
that
Christianity.
we're all the same.
This there is
Well,
Christianity.
let me ask you this. Are you like him?
We don't go to your
No, you're not. We're not all the same. And that's why, brother, you and everyone like you needs a muscular Christianity. Because the liberals are not dealing with these people. Next question, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just exposing him.
Next question.
I'm saying facts.
He says that I'm violent.
This man is violent more than anybody here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He slapped someone with the Quran here.
do you believe in jihad? Do you believe in jihad? Do you believe in jihad? Of course we know the answer is yes. Of course we know the answer is yes. Muslims say to you that you cannot crusade, that you cannot defend your faith,
Stop lying, man.
and yet
Stop lying.
they advocate
And you
jihad.
defending your face by slapping people.
He
And
advocates
you
jihad.
defended
He
your religion by slapping
advocates
people.
jihad.
Why you coming and
Luca
slapping people, man?
advocates jihad.
Why you terrorist, man?
Ladies and
Why you
gentlemen,
violent? Why you coming to
they
attack
say
Muslim?
to you
Why you are coming to attack
that you
Muslim here?
cannot stand up to them. Do not believe
He's the
them.
only one that fights.
He
here.
wants to
He's
fight.
the only one
He
that
wants to
start
fight.
here. We
Have I
Muslim, we don't care
interrupted
about
them?
you.
Who
We don't
interrupted
care
who?
about you. We don't care why you say
Did
that.
you see him get in my face? Put your hand up. If you saw him get in my face. There you go. 3 witnesses, 4 witnesses that he tried to get in my face, that he tried to intimidate me.
You don't know him. I know
This coward,
That's why I asked
this coward
You're the only
that
coward there,
couldn't
man. You're the
intimidate
only coward there,
a
man.
custard
No one
tart.
coward like you,
This
man.
coward that couldn't intimidate a wet fish. This coward
Explain why you slapping
demanded
people. Explain why you
that
slapping
I
people.
gave my
Is that
name,
Christianity to slap
but
people.
he was unable.
Explain why you attacking
give his
Muslims here, man.
address.
Explain.
Now,
why
let me ask you a
attack
question.
Muslim? Why you attacking
Let me ask
Muslim?
you a
Answer
question.
my question and I will answer you.
Let me ask
why
you a
attacking
question.
Muslims here?
Where?
Why you Afghan
Who?
Mo? Afghan
Who?
Mo.
What? You mean the guy that stabbed me in the foot?
Stabbed you? I can see you stabbed
He
me in
stabbed
nothing,
me in the
nothing.
foot.
No. You
Yes,
stabbed
he
them with
did.
the Quran.
It's caught on camera.
It's on video.
Is in English translation the Quran?
It's in video.
Is the English translation
Doesn't
the
matter.
Quran?
It's still Quran. Still holy book. For
So he
us.
says,
Still holy book.
he
for us.
says that an English translation of the Quran is the Quran. But when I debate him about the Quran, he'll say that's not the Quran because it's in English.
You're not seeking that
They
truth to debate
literally
you.
make things
We
up.
come here to expose.
So, let me ask you
why
this
you slapping
question.
people here and talk about
Let me ask you
violence
this
when you
question.
the most violent person in the park?
In Hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari. No, it's my fault.
Answer.
In Sahih al-Bukhari.
Muslim first. Why you
In
attacking
Sahih
Muslim?
al-Bukhari.
Why you attacking Muslim?
Aren't you the
Why you
man?
attacking Muslim?
Aren't you the man that stood there and harassed a Korean Christian because she wasn't speaking English?
No. She was
We
laughing
got
with
you
me.
on camera.
She was laughing with me.
No.
She was laughing
This
with me.
man
She was laughing.
harassed a woman and a Korean
She was
Christian
laughing with me.
and
She was
harassed
hitting the Quran in the
her
floor.
because she was
throwing the Quran in the floor.
speaking Korean.
She was throwing the Quran here in the
Now
floor. I didn't
notice.
slap people.
Notice.
I didn't slap.
Notice.
So I talked to her. You
Notice.
slapped the person.
Notice.
You actually put your hand
This
on the
man
person. I didn't put my
Tried
hand
to
on nobody.
intimidate
I didn't put my
a
hand on nobody.
5'5"
I just stab you. I
Christian
didn't put my
girl
hand on nobody
called
like you. But
Hatuntas.
I didn't put my
That's
hand
not
like
what this
you.
man did.
I didn't attack anyone like
This
you.
man
But I didn't attack
is now
nobody like
trying
you.
to harass me.
Harassing you.
Ladies and
You stand in
gentlemen,
between how many people
you
I'm harassing
see
you.
their
I'm harassing
behavior.
you. Stop
Ladies
playing
and
victim.
gentlemen,
Stop playing
you
victim.
see their
That you're begging it.
behavior.
You beg. We know you
Wake
beg.
up.
You beg.
Open
You beg
your
for money.
eyes.
You come here to beg
The
for money.
media
You are
are
a beggar.
lying
You
to
are a
you.
beggar. You come here to beg
Your
for money.
politicians
You do this
are
video.
lying to
You do
you.
this video to get money, man. To
Celebrities
get donations, man.
are lying
You do that to
you.
get donations, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why they attack me is because I have beaten them all in debate
You triggered,
about their
You
religion.
triggered because you got exposed, huh?
Ladies
Are you
and
triggered
gentlemen,
because you got exposed?
so let's debate.
Debate
I
with-
challenge
debate
you
with
to
a violent
debate.
person. Why?
Right.
Why you attacking
Who wants
people?
to hear a proper
No one
debate?
should debate you.
Who wants to
No
hear a
one should
proper
debate you.
debate?
You filthy.
You're going to have to
You
speak
filthy
up. We
liar.
can't hear you.
You filthy
Who
liar.
wants
No
to
one
hear a
should
proper
debate you.
debate?
You filthy liar.
Who wants to hear him debate? Right, so in Sahih al-Bukhari, book 1, ayah
Why you
Number
snapping
7.
people here? Why you attacking the Muslims?
Why are you
here?
frightened?
Why you attacking the
Why
Muslims?
are you
here?
frightened?
I know my religion. You
Let's
don't know
debate it then.
Do you believe in it? Do you believe
Do
in
you
this?
believe this
Do you
hadith
believe
is
in
true?
this? Okay, do you believe
Do
in
you
this?
believe in this?
Do you believe in that?
No, I don't.
So why are you using it?
Because it proves.
Why are you using
I'm
it?
going to answer that question.
Answer.
Right, I'm going to. Why am I using this hadith? Why I'm going to use this hadith? Notice he asks a question, but he doesn't want to listen to the answer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to answer his question. Why am I using this hadith? Because this hadith shows that Sahih al-Bukhari is full of lies. But Muslims tell you it's the truth. Right, so we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So,
Why are you hitting
so you'd like to have a conversation?
Why you hitting people, man?
Why are you hitting people?
Why you hitting people, man?
Because they attack me.
Speaker corner for debate, not
So,
to attack.
let's just be
I
clear.
can attack you and do why.
So, ladies and
I
gentlemen,
don't do that because I'm.
why did Afghan Mo get slapped in the face with a Quran? Why? Because he attacked me
you're a
and
violent
stabbed me
person.
in the foot with
you
his
show
umbrella.
You representing your
Ladies
religion.
and gentlemen,
Because you represent
you
your
saw me
religion.
be
You
assaulted
representing
this
your
morning
faith. That's your
by a
faith.
Muslim.
That's
Put
what
your
you
hand up
believe.
if you saw that.
That's what you believe.
Put your
you
hand up
violent
if you
cunt.
saw that.
That's what you
There you go. A Muslim assaulted me this morning.
A Muslim finger.
No,
Did he finger you?
let me ask you a question.
What did he do to you?
If someone
fingered you.
attacks you,
Did he
can you
finger you?
defend yourself?
Did he finger you?
He slapped me.
He didn't finger.
No, no.
didn't finger you.
Have you got an obsession with fingering people?
I'm asking.
Is that your fantasy?
I want to.
Do you fantasize about
I
fingering?
want to know what he did.
Do you fantasize
No one
about
saw
fingering?
anything in the video. I didn't
Do you-
see.
do you prefer
in
sticking-
the videos that everyone saw?
Is
we
it-
didn't see no
do-
attack.
is that your
we
fantasy?
saw you attacking.
Is that your
if you
fantasy?
say sign
Is that your
happened, it must
fantasy?
be.
Is that your
must be
fantasy?
something we didn't see.
So, ladies and
must be
gentlemen,
something we didn't see 100%.
notice
Because
they
we didn't see on
run
camera.
from a debate. Why? Why are they running? Muslims in this park criticize Christianity all of the time. All of the time. Why are we not allowed to criticize Islam if they criticize our religion? They attack the Trinity. They attack the Incarnation. They attack the Bible. Why can't we criticize their religion? And they attack us physically. Why can we not defend ourselves? Answer me that. They persecute our brethren, these Islamists. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see,
Why are you attacking Muslims?
the Islamist
Why are you
thug
attacking Muslims?
will never
You the only one who attacked and you
admit
talk about
ever
violence.
that
No one
their
attacked nobody
community
here. You the only
does
one who did
any
it.
wrong.
You the only one who
They
committed
lie
violence in the bar.
like
have
you
some
are
guts to
hearing them
speak about
lie right now. Why? Because I have beaten them in argument, the only thing they have left is to try and discredit me as a person.
it. No one cares
They
about
think if they throw
No
enough
Muslim
mud at
cares
me,
about why you say
something will
you think
stick.
something, but we don't care
When I
about you.
first came to the
We
park,
hear you, man.
they
We look
used
at you
to
as
call
crazy
me a
mental person.
racist.
You mental.
but then they
We look at you as
realized
a mental
that
person,
I
man.
hung out with
We know why you on,
people.
man.
I hung out with people from every ethnicity, and I shake hands with brothers from every culture.
But not Muslims.
So they
But not
stop.
Muslims.
So they
But not
stop
Muslims.
calling
But not
me
Muslims.
a racist.
You do that to everyone, but not the Muslims.
Then they tried to call me an Islamophobe.
You are.
But
You are.
ladies and gentlemen,
You are, man.
I've given out over £200 worth of books at my own expense to
You
Muslims.
beg for money here, man.
I
You
shake
have no
their
money. You
hands,
broke, man.
I take
broke,
them out
man.
for
You beg
coffees.
for money, man. You beg your
I've
viewers for
dated
money.
Muslim
The
girls.
church for money, man.
I've visited
You come here
mosques.
to get bit from the church.
Ladies and
You talk
gentlemen,
about you are a big.
now notice,
You are a big.
Notice.
You beg for money.
Has
here.
he criticised
like any beggar
Ali
in the
Dawah
street,
for
man.
money?
You use your
No.
religion to beg, man.
has he criticised
You using your religion
Shanzi
to beg
for
money,
money?
You
No.
talking rubbish
Has
to
he
beg money, man.
criticised Mohammed Hijab for money? No. Do you see? Do you see, ladies and gentlemen?
Don't do that.
Why are you trying to intimidate people? Why are you trying to intimidate people?
Why
You're
are you
not
scared?
scary.
Why are you scared?
You're not
Why are
scary.
you scared? I
You're
didn't
not
try to
scary.
intimidate nobody.
You're trying.
If
You're
you're
not
scared,
scary.
that's your problem, G.
You're not
If
scary.
you're scared, that's your
You're not
problem.
a gangster.
No, man, I
You're
can do.
not a
I can do
gangster.
a lot, but I'm a Muslim.
You're not a
I'm not
gangster.
gonna do violent here.
You're not a
We
gangster.
Muslim, we don't do
You're
violent.
not
We not like
scary.
you.
You're not
We not
scary.
like you, G.
Your breath
We not
smells,
like
but
you,
you're
man.
not scary.
Your whole
Your
you look
breath
like my
smells.
shit.
You're
You
not
look like my
close.
shit. I can see my
So,
in
ladies
your
and
face.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Desperate, bro. They can't stand the truth.
they do, exactly. And the reality is, brothers and
This man
sisters,
slapped someone
that
with the phone.
every single
Muslim
one of
slapped
their
someone.
debaters
I don't know
I've
the
beaten
audacity
in
of hitting
argument.
people and to talk about
And
Muslims.
that's
The Muslim
why
is the only
they
violent
attack me
person
as a person.
Mate, listen, from all I've listened, you're just a full of shit.
Innit?
Right.
Innit?
So,
Tell him.
let me ask you a question. You're a Muslim.
No,
Okay, let me
man.
ask you a question.
Ask me.